Hey, good morning. It's a busy one outside the eBay world today. My dance card is full. Got customer meeting and partner meetings. And no, they're not virtual, so windshield time is in my schedule. Debbie's off-site schedule is busy today as well, so that means eBay gets the early morning and afternoon shifts. But in the meantime, I need a cup of joe. Got that cup of joe working. I think we had 3 items so in the store last night. We got to make quick work of gathering those things up, and so we can get out of here to our meetings. First one, it looks like Jukebox Jive. Jukebox Jive was number 19 in our CD SKUs, which would be right at the front of that box. And there it is, Jukebox Jive. Got to get that boxed up. Stormtech SMS-1 Casablanca Resort Casino Golf Spa Jacket. That guy. It is SKU 112003 Casablanca code, which should... another one right in the front. You can't ask for a better thing on a busy day. And then third item it sold overnight. Vintage Beacon 225 camera. Take 620 film. 1950s Art Deco. It's in the bag. Down in the camera collection. Also in the front. That'll make all of this real quick. Already got our thank you card on there. I'm moving faster than I ought to be. Problem with moving fast is that you tend to make mistakes. So, in fact, I almost made one. Forgetting the pack slip.
You're making a mistake. You're making a mistake. You're making a mistake. Come on, tape it. It's taping.
And it weighs in at 4 ounces, and it's 761. We'll put a label on that. That CD is going to Lincoln, Arkansas. Next up is this jacket, Casablanca XXXL. That's a big boy. That's a big boy jacket. It's a really nice jacket. I remember getting this thing. This is one of those that's been in the store for, gosh, about a year. And we've delisted it and relisted it a couple times. But it's finally getting out of here. It's kind of an odd size, but it's going to a good home. We know that, right? So get that guy in a bag. Will it go in this way? It sure will. And get that pack slip in there with it. Always make sure you got the correct pack slip. And that is the one. It goes right in there like that. And get this self-sealing adhesive exposed. Get that all sealed up. Get our side pockets covered. Do the same thing on this side. Get it weighed. 1 pound 14 ounces. And that jacket is heading off to Tennessee.
I don't like Tennessee.
The last item on our list is this beacon camera, which is still in our protective packaging. We tested this camera, got it all cleaned up, and now our goal is to get it safely to the person that wanted it. It is a beautiful camera. I'll throw up a picture of the camera. I walked out to where the new boxes are kept to find a box for this camera, and I discovered Debbie found a recycled box. And look at that. It's a perfect fit and everything. I don't think one piece of paper is going to do it for us, so stand by.
I need more paper. Hurry back.
This camera's had a good life. It's solid construction. I think that as long as we immobilize the camera in the box, it doesn't need any bubble wrap. That's my thought process. And so we would just take some paper and give it a nice pad all the way around. That'll keep it from moving. Just like that. We'll throw the pack slip in next.
Can I do the packing slip?
There we go. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
£1 pound 4 ounces. We'll call that 7. Also call that 7. We'll call that 7. 3 7s.
3 7s. 3 7s.
And the camera is, oh, now that's interesting. It's a beacon camera, and it's going to Beacon, New York. Debbie and I will communicate, decide who's going what direction today, and one of us will run that to the post office. Can you believe that beacon camera is going to Beacon, New York? That's it's interesting, I think. Anyway, we'll catch you in a bit. So it's a bright sunny day, and Debbie and I communicated. She's going to take those 3 packages to the post office. I got tied up on all kinds of video conference calls right after I got those packages put together. And obviously I'm staring at the windshield right now and heading to my meeting. It's about an hour drive to get to my meeting today. We're going to do that, and then I think I got a couple more conference calls after that. And then I'll get back to the eBay thing late this afternoon, probably after 5 o'clock, because that's what happens when you have a real gig and you're also an eBay reseller. Debbie's got appointments outside the eBay office as well today, and I'm not sure when she's going to get back this afternoon either. So it's going to be so today's turning out to be an early morning, late afternoon eBay. That's the shifts it gets today. And obviously I changed my jacket.
Prepare to turn right in half a mile.
And I'm supposed to turn right in half a mile, so I'll go do that.
Right turn! Right turn!
Later that evening.
Wrapping up a lot of meetings today, heading back to the homestead. Little activity in the store while I was gone today. I think we had 1 item sell. We get back to the shop, we'll get that boxed up and get it ready to go out. It's a little late to make it to the post office today, so to go on tomorrow morning's run. So we got about an hour drive ahead of us before we get back, and I'll touch back with you guys when I get there. Hey, back in the shop, and so we had 1 item sell while I was out in meetings, and then on the drive back home, we had another item sell. So first up that we got to pull from inventory to get out of here is a vintage General Electric model M8445B portable cassette tape recorder, and it is real handy on the shelves right behind me, right there. And then next was an album, a Boone County, Indiana Christmas from 1983, recorded at TRC Studios in Indianapolis. And that is number 63 in the album bin, which is down here. We have albums in the main house stored as well, but we have quite a few of them. I think well over 100 or so out here. 63. I think that's it. Nope, that's 64. 63. There we go. Boone County. There you go. And we will get those two items boxed up. Again, they're not going to go out today. They're going to go out tomorrow morning on Debbie's trip to the post office in the morning. She's still not back, so I made it back. It's late in the day, but we've got work to do. I still have to delist my 10 items, get those relisted with new descriptions, new titles, and I wanted to take some photographs of a camera and a laser measure and get those two items up online today if I could. So first,
On the line.
let's package these up. Alright, so we're going to start out with this guy. He's already in his plastic covering, like we do a lot of times when we put these things on the shelf. It is a piece of electronics, so it is wrapped in that plastic to preserve it in case for some reason during the shipping process this guy encounters water. Pretty sturdy. I don't think he's going to break for any reason as long as it's secured in a box. So what we're going to do is grab a box and put him in it.
Taking the little fella and put him in the box.
As you see, I use paper to secure that in there a little bit. It's resting on some wadded up paper. Then we'll take the packing paper around the outside edges, just to make sure this thing doesn't walk back and forth to either side. Give it a comfortable ride. We will put more paper on top of that here in a minute. Put our thank you note in there, like so. Drop a smiley face on that guy. Keep him in place. Also note on the back of our thank you note is also a QR code. And that QR code will get you to BSonex on eBay's site. Next to go into the box is our pack slip. And that is the correct pack slip with an extra 35% off. That goes in there. And then we throw some more paper on top of that. This particular tape recorder, I recall from the listing previously when I did it, we fully tested it. I remember that it plays cassettes perfectly, and either the fast forward or the rewind is not functioning correctly. So you got to kind of think it through if you're going to use it to play tapes. I believe it recorded just fine. As part of the testing. Anyway, the details were all in the listing. We picked it up pretty cheap, and we sold it pretty cheap. I believe it sold for less than $10 and we were very clear about the functionality on it. So we're gonna get this guy taped up. Again, this guy's going off to Mason, West Virginia. Got the packing slip. Hope Jody enjoys the tape player. The funny thing is, we got another one in our inventory that I have not yet tested, and it will probably go up in the next couple of days. It looks almost exactly like that one. Alright, next we're moving on to the album, which is a Boone County Christmas. We put those in these little album boxes, which end up being like pizza boxes by the time we're all said and done with them. We like to give, if we're just sending out a single album, because these boxes will accommodate more than one album, but if we're sending out a single, we like to wrap them in bubble wrap. It fills up the extra space more than anything. It's not necessarily protective, because the cardboard protects these pretty well. They're going to remain flat, but this just helps us fill up a void a little bit and keeps the the box kind of in its structural shape that we like to keep it in when it's going. We wrap it both ways, so it's getting actually a double layer across the actual sleeve, and both ends are wrapped. And if you noticed, the album was in a protective plastic sleeve, and that's what we put all albums in when we put them into storage, and we write the SKU number on that protective plastic sleeve, so we can keep track of, you know, where it's at in the inventory. Put a thank you card on it with a smiley face, and a packing slip goes on there, and then we get this guy all folded up. Now the trick with these is you kind of have to pre-fold them a little bit, because the cardboard isn't as thick as it is on some of our other boxes, and if you try to put it together without pre-folding them, they get an interesting curve to them that causes a little extra issue when we go to tape the box together. My guess is that we could probably spend a little more money on these boxes and get them at a thicker grade, but I think all we'd be doing is spending more money. And you saw making those extra folds wasn't really all that overly difficult. So with these, because they're hard to manage, I get the initial fold put together on them. I put a single piece of tape there to kind of hold it all together for me, and then I use the tape gun. Just like that. On the back side, where I put that piece of tape, it just frames it out really nicely. I typically put a fragile sticker right across there. All we got to do is get weights and measures on this and get a label on it, and we're ready to ship this guy out. Got it weighed and measured. We got the shipping label set, all ready to go. Logically enough, this is going to Zionsville, Indiana, since Zionsville resides in Boone County, Indiana, and that's where the choir that is on this album is from. So this one's ready to go with another fragile sticker on it. Alright, so I wanted to get some photographs done today so we can get a couple more items back up in the store. Again, we do those 10 listings, delistings every day. And that keeps our activity level up in the store and also refreshes things, but we need to throw new items in there, right? We like to keep our inventory well over 1,000 units, but I think we're right around 1,020 or so. Since the last time I told you guys how many we had, I think it was 1,045. So we've sold 22 items just in the last few days. So yeah, we got to get more product back in here. This is a Canon camera. I gotta put my hat on backwards. This is a Canon camera. We picked it up in an auction with a bunch of other camera gear. It came with the black leather bag that's here, along with its USB cable. So that was the overall establishing shot. We're going to sell all this stuff together. I just moved the things out of the way a little bit. We powered this on. We put fresh batteries in it, and it works perfectly. There is zero wrong with this camera. So we're going to get pictures of all sides of it. eBay allows us to put 24 photos plus one video into a listing. We've certainly maxed it out a few times. I know some other eBay sellers will just do the bare minimum and they'll throw a picture up. I really want the seller, I really want the buyer rather, to know what they're getting when they buy something. Worst feeling in the world for me and for Debbie is we sell something and somebody gets it and they're like, this isn't what we wanted. Because our goal is to give you precisely what you want, right? We like good reviews. We like good feedback. I don't like that photo, so we're going to take another one. And you don't get good reviews and feedback if you're sending out something somebody doesn't want or doesn't like when they get it. So we're going to turn this camera on. There's the power button. You see the lens popped right out on that. And we're going to take a picture of it with the lens out. I'm going to try to get a picture of it straight down the lens like that. We'll get a picture of the backside showing date and time needs to be set. And then the date and time needs to be set because I literally popped the batteries out right before I took these photographs. So I just cleared the screen again, so now you can see it's a fully functional screen. At least I hope you can see it's a fully functional screen. Oh yeah, you can see that. Oh, sounds like we just sold something else on eBay, so we got another thing to package out. I want to get a picture of this. Let's put something in there so we can see something. There we go. There. Now we're happening. So we can power that back down. There is an SD card in it. The SD card is cleaned off. We will sell that with the SD card in it, but I will take the batteries out. There's no sense in me buying batteries every time I sell something. So we keep a stash of batteries down below just for testing things. And I try not to ship them out when they go out, but on occasion I make the mistake and don't pull them, and somebody ends up getting some fresh batteries with their order, even though our listings almost always say batteries not included. I'm going to get a picture of that by itself, and then we want to get this opened up. Picture of it zipped closed. This is how I use up all the photos. I know it may be seeming like I'm doing a little more than I should be, but again, I want to show everything I can about this stuff. And there's two little pockets on the end. Isn't that cool? Get a picture of those. We're almost done with taking pictures of this because all I got left is a cable, and there's really only one picture for that. And it looks something like this. And that works. So we'll put everything back in its bag for right now. I haven't taken the batteries out yet. I will do that when I list it. Again, when I list things, I usually have the item right in my hand because I want to double check things as I look them up on the internet and see how they portray themselves. Sorry, I'm still wearing my hat backwards, but when I take pictures with that camera, I use the flash on the camera, and it flips up and it hits my bill when my hat's turned around the other way, so I have to wear it this way. Item that sold at this end of the store.
Hey, pass the NASCAR ketchup.
Must be NASCAR season because we got a Dale Earnhardt Sr. number 3 Resin Bear, the Intimidator tribute. It is a resin bear, and he's not a little resin bear. And I've got him buried back here in the back of the shelf. See if I can get him out. There he is. Get a better grasp on him so you can see him here. That's him. That guy's looking good. Dust him off. I didn't have him wrapped up in anything. So we'll dust him off. Get him cleaned up a little bit more. That's why there are rags here on the counter. These guys, I go through them like crazy. I got a whole new bag of these laying over there underneath my bench. We'll get him wiped down, get him in a box, and send him on his way. We don't know where he's going yet, but we'll find out for you. Stand by. So I started to clean this guy with with a rag, but he's got so many details and little pivots and deep crevices, and anyway, I took him out and gave him a good cleaning with the air compressor. He got blown dry.
Love air. Air is good.
So all the dust got blown off of him. We're going to put him in a clear sealable plastic bag and then put him in a box and get him out of here. So you can see we got him in a plastic bag. Hope he doesn't suffocate in there, but he should do fine for a couple days of transit. We'll set him off to the side. And I found a Target box, which is really weird because we don't buy things from Target. And it came with its own packing paper, which is awesome. So we'll get this repurposed and sent down the road. First I gotta undo all this packing paper. Alright, so we got old Dale Earnhardt in a box and wrapped in a bag, and he's packed really tight. Packing slips in there, and I'm hitting the table so hard it's shaking the camera. Packing slips in there, the thank you card with the smiley face, it's in there. All we got left is weights and measures, which we just did, and a shipping label. So little Dale Bear is, he's running off to Keswick, Iowa. So that's a total of 4 items that have sold this afternoon. And again, it's late afternoon. So nothing's going out today. It will all go out tomorrow, and Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, we'll sell some more items that'll go out tomorrow morning with those 4 items. But I just took photographs of the camera and the laser measure. I'm going to jump over here to the store, do some research, get those 2 things up, and do my 10 delist and relist, because I didn't do that this morning. And then we'll call it a night. I think that sounds like a plan. Well, mission accomplished. We did a road trip today, got out and saw some customers. That's with the real gig, the daytime job. Got up early this morning, got some stuff packaged. Got back late this afternoon. Got back into it, packaged up the items that'll ship out tomorrow morning. Got 2 items listed. Got that Canon Power Shot up here for $55. And that laser Dimension Mastic ultrasonic reader thingy, $20 is what it's out there for right now. Both of those are live in the store, and again, we like to keep the store over 1,000, at least over 1,000 units. We're at 1,039 as we sit right now, so that's pretty good. We delisted 10 items, relisted 10 items, changed the descriptions, changed the titles, altered up the photos a little bit when able, and I think that'll do it for the day. I think it's dinner time. I hear the dinner bell ringing.
Sounds like the dinner bell's ringing.
So, we will catch you next time. Like, subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.